All right, testing. One, two. One, two, one, two. Testing. One. All right, we're good. Mm-mm. All right. How are you guys? How are you, AZ? Isuru, how are you, mate? How are you? Bassi, I'm gonna call you Bassi. How are you, mate? How are you? How's everybody? Well, we started the week with a bang. That's awesome. We started the week with a bang. Joao, how are you, Joao? What a nice Euro US dollar trade. But the rest of it, yeah, it hit stop loss at break even. Good morning from Nigeria. Good morning, Joao. How are you? Yeah, I'm happy with that trade, I'm very happy with that trade. That was a very, very, very nice F1 strategy setup. This was a trade. I'm happy with that trade. Thank you for Euro USD. You are welcome, Jerome. Hi, Sadikur. I am fine. I am fine. So yeah, it was an F1 strategy setup, the Euro USD. Well, I mean, in hindsight, why don't we go ahead and have a look at the actual trade, and what we could have done. So this was my entry, right? Was a 2.6 R. Um, you're welcome for the Euro USD. Welcome for the free money. Good morning, mate. How are you? I'm doing fine, Reese. Thank you. Oh yeah, beautiful morning. Hi, Tato. I'm sorry. So let's have a look at what we could have done differently by managing that trade. Actually, no, I'm pretty happy with the way that I managed it. I closed 75% of my trade right at the lows for about 28 pips. Then the rest got stopped out of break even. Great way to start the week, in my opinion. Right, so gold. I was you want to have a look at something cool? This was an F1 strategy setup in gold that I didn't take. Personally, I didn't take. And the reason that I didn't take this one is because I had two setups, right? I had the Euro USD short and gold short. And the best setup was on the Euro US dollar. And, I always take the highest probability setup. According to the F1 strategy rules, um, the Euro USD short setup was much, much, much better. It ended up, you know, it ended up that gold moved better than the Euro USD, but the setup was best on the on the Euro USD. So yeah, sometimes I'm going to miss trades, but that's completely fine. Now I'm looking at gold in a different way. Let's have a look. I would like to ask on what time frame is your signals on the VIP group. I keep having issues determining the time frame. Thanks. I mean, it depends. It depends, but why would you focus on the time frame? I don't know. So I'm looking at gold, right? Let's just delete everything that I have drawn here and let's go to the forward chart because I think that we can have a massive, massive um, uh, long. hold on, I'm just looking at yeah, so I'm looking at this, right? The midterm structure in this market has been bearish, right? Since um, April, mid-April, right here, when gold hit 2000, the 2000 level. So we have been in a bearish structure, and we are still very much bearish. But what I'm looking at here is this, my friends. If you notice here, we had a break of the structure. You know, um, that can also be seen as a bear trap, right? Liquidity being cleaned here and price moving to the upside and changing the character. Hold on, where's my brush? Right here. So on the short term, I'm looking at this structure. It's bullish, right? And right here, this is the zone that I am looking at on the 4-hour chart, right? For deep buys. This zone is way too big, so we have to go down to the 1-hour chart, to the 50-minute chart to find the true area where this idea might play out, right? It's still very soon. It's still very soon, and this move has been quite strong. But if you notice here, I would love to have um, depth of market data, but I don't. So I'm gonna write a note to get that. But anyways, so this move was very strong. But if you notice here, this level is capping the downside, right? Now, this zone is way too big to try to enter on a trade, so we're going to go to the hourly chart just to try to find the true area of demand that we can trade from, right? So, basically the lows are the same. The lows are the same. What I'm looking at here is this, right? This big candle. This was the impulsive move that broke with the highs, right? That broke with all of this, that broke with this mini structure. So where is the demand zone that caused that move to the upside? Right here. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. If I sneeze, I'm sorry, mate. Oh. Oh. If you have been with me for a while, you know that I have massive allergies. When I was younger, I broke my nose. When I was 6 or 7, I fell from a tree, face first, into the ground, and it was, I broke completely my nose. So I had a rhinoplasty in 1989 that I need to get fixed. So on the 15-minute chart, this is quite a zone actually. Around the 1720 with stop losses around the 1710. Just look at this. Just have a look at this, right? Here, this week low, right here is what's interesting to me. And yeah, I'm not going to enter right now, nor am I going to put on a buy limit because price is way, way too close to that to the highs of this area that I just pointed out. Thank you, thank you, Oye. What I want to look at is how price is going to react to this entire zone right here. So let's have a look at the chat. Sorry, Mr. Orlando, I can't find Dogecoin in MetaTrader 4. Could you help me, please? Sure. So this is the account that tracks all of the VAP signals. We use 8cap, and the reason we use 8cap is because, they're regulated and they're awesome. So if you can't find a product right in the list, all you have to do is go here, right click it, and then just select show all. And the markets that are hidden are going to pop for you. And right here we have Dogecoin versus the Mexican peso, I think. Yeah, it's insane. There is a ton of crypto here in ACAP. A long time no see a good swing trader rather than Bitcoin. Looking for a good one, master. Yeah, I mean, the reason, I mean, if you're part of the swing trading group, for the past couple of weeks, I'm going to look at you on the camera. For the past couple of weeks, it has been very quiet, but the reason is because there hasn't been any setup, right? So I'm not going to force I'm not going to force a setup. I'm not going to force a trade just because I need to send a signal. That's not going to happen. Um, and if you remember, on Friday, I had a short position on the S&P 500. I really missed this move, right? But if I hadn't put my stops at break even, I would have been stopped out at a full loss. So I'm happy with that too. All right, so let's continue with gold. So what I want to see is a clean or a clear dip towards this zone. But you know what? I'm really not convinced. Really, really, really not convinced. Um, right now, just by looking at price action at the moment. So we're going to wait and see what happens with gold, and we're going to move on, and then we're going to come back. Good morning, Jack. How are you? And then we're going to come back. So this was the 4-hour chart. Reckon, yeah, yeah. I mean, this looks super good. But the thing is that on the 4-hour chart, price has hit the zone. You know, I'm just thinking about it. Just thinking about it. Let's go to the lower time frames here. This is the yeah. Let's go to a 10-minute chart, and I'm just thinking about it. All right, so there's two scenarios. There's two probabilities, two possibilities for a trade. Mm, right, so if price breaks with these highs, should we get long with stops below the daily lows? I'm really not the kind of trader that is going to try to catch a falling knife. Even though what I'm telling you is a possible long in gold, but it's not based on the 10-minute chart, right? I mean, the zone that I want to trade is based on the very high time frames. But right now, just um, I mean, if you look at the left, we have broken with the previous lows. Price has taken this liquidity, and going long at the break of these highs, just not the kind of trade that I would take. But let's wait and see what happens. There's a high probability that we might get, because this is the thing. If you look, there's liquidity building here, right? So it's very possible that it's going to get swept before the move higher. I trade my zones, I trade my levels, and this is just not it. Let's move on. Let's look for some other markets. The Japanese yen, we're still on a trade on the Japanese yen. Olympus CAD yen is rocking at the moment. And yeah, let's have a look at this market. On the hourly, the Japanese yen, it doesn't say much. Let's have a look at the USD. Actually, I'm gonna have a look at the USD here with the F1 setup. So that was a clean break, and this is the thing, guys. This is the thing. My trade idea was this is today's price action, right? My short idea on the Euro USD was based on this, right? On that massive, not massive, yeah, not massive, but that was a very bullish open, right? On the USD. So I saw price breaking with Friday's highs, etc. So I wanted to buy US dollars by shorting the Euro USD. That was the idea, and yeah, I mean, let's have a look and let's see if we can find a deep buy on the Euro USD. That was another trade that hit TP here on the F1 strategy for 4R on the US dollar Canadian dollar last week. So someone asked about the USD CAD, right? My swing trade renewal is tomorrow. Give us some discount. Yeah, I have discount coupons, 30% discount coupons for all the VIP, all the VIP groups, and also I have well, I have 10 discount coupons for the VIP, and I have 30% discount coupons for the F1 strategy. Gold might slip further down till 1710 according to some short-term forecast. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at exactly. 1710, I'm gonna show you 1710 is exactly the level that I am looking for possible longs made. So let me show you why. Right, so this is the zone on the 4-hour chart. If we go further down to the hourly chart, we can pinpoint a better demand area, right? So if we pinpoint the demand area on the hourly, should be around this. And let's go to the 15-minute chart. Now, um, hold on, where are you? Here. Now on the 15-minute chart, looks something like this. I'm gonna put on another. On the 15-minute chart, looks like this. So I'm gonna delete this. And yeah, on the 15-minute chart, the actual zone at the high of the area is around the 1715. Um, and you know what? You're saying that gold could slip further toward the 1710. If it does, then my trade idea will no longer be valid because price would break with that demand zone. Yes, could be stop hunting, right? But this is the zone that I'm looking for to trade. So that's why I'm not going to put on a buy stop above the highs because I'm expecting further downside in this market before the actual move to the upside. And about the US dollar yen, it's time to look for sell trades. Why? Let's have a look. It's raining. All right, let's have a look at the hourly. I wouldn't. I mean, this is so strong. Why would you want to short this? Right, this is the daily chart on the US dollar Japanese yen. Just have a look at that continuation pattern. This is the no, this is the 3-day chart. This is the hourly chart. Let's go to the 4-hour chart here. I think that I know what you're talking about. So let's delete all the drawings and let's look at some levels, right? Now, yeah, I understand what you're talking about, but you know what? This might not play out. This is just way too strong. This is just way too strong. And you have to think about what is driven this market. What's driven this market is strong US dollar and weak Japanese yen, right? So this market is very bullish. So no, I wouldn't want to short this or look for shorts on that market at all. USD CAD, someone was talking about the USD CAD. Let's have a look at the USD CAD. Actually, the USD CAD, to me, it's right now it's a no trade market, right? Yes, we completely and utterly missed this 160 pip move to the upside. But you know what? We can still be looking for some deep buys here, right? Let's just delete this, remove drawings, and let's look at some levels. This level looks cool, right? The 130.20 level for deep buys in this market looks okay. But if the US dollar continues to rally, this pullback is very possibly not going to happen. I wonder if we scam with Lucky Block. No, no, mate. I mean, that project is super, super solid. I mean, if you need more information about that, just email support. What happened with you, Joao? Right. BTC and Ethereum short. I'm already short. I'm already short. Bitcoin. Let me show you the trade on the VAP account. I already took. I already took two-thirds of my trade off at about 2,200 pips or so, and I'm letting this one run. So let me show you my rationale in this trade. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I saw that. So what I did here on my Bitcoin short was this. I was trading, and I am still trading this setup. So basically, it's a flag breakout, right? It's a flag breakout, and the reason that I took out two-thirds of my trade is because price was hitting December 2017 highs again. And you know what? That's a very, very strong level. And no one knows if sellers are going to be strong enough to swipe all the buy orders that are in place here and, continue crashing this market. No one knows. So what I do is that I take profits at every single key level that I have. But yeah, this is my trade. Right now, my trade is at break even, and I'm looking if July lows break, I'm looking at this level, 13,000 level for targets. Can you please tell me the V1 L block, no V2? I must hold it or check. Listen, I don't. I'm not. Quite well versed on Lucky Block, but if you want that information, just email support. They are going to give you all the information that you need, mate. Right. So right now, there's absolutely no trade in Bitcoin, right? There was a kind of a short at the open. Uh, you know, uh, not kind of a short at the open, but this short right here, I was looking at possible, adding a very small position here at the break of Friday's lows. But I chickened out. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I chickened out, and because I already had, I'm already short big time from the very highs. But if you notice, the impulsive moves are very strong to the downside. This market is going down unless big whales jump in and start buying this up. But no, there's no setup. Ethereum. Let's have a look at Ethereum. This is let's go to the 3 hour chart. Again, there's no setup in Ethereum. And more importantly, that because we are very close to that key level right here. If you look at historic price action, this is a massive key historical pivotal level that is going to act as a magnet. If you notice also, this is kind of what's happening with gold right now, in the sense that very possibly we're going to get people jumping in long here just to get, just to get completely and utterly annihilated before hitting true level where possible big longs are going to jump in. So it's a patience game, right? It's a game about patience. And if we look at the 3 hour chart in Bitcoin, pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same. Right here, pretty much the same. This is June lows, and this is well, this is the level. This is a level below the 19,000 level where I could very possibly take more of my trade off. But for the time being, I am keeping on. Right, let's have a look at. I was looking also at possible DAX shorts today on the F1 strategy setup, but this is way too choppy, so there was no trade for me. There was also no trade on the FTSE, but the S&P 500, the S&P 500, Nasdaq, and the Dow, they all opened with a gap down that just closed. So, why don't we focus on those markets because those are the markets that might give us the opportunity that we are looking for. So, right now, let's have a look. But Bitcoin price recently went below 2018's peak price. Any thoughts? Yeah, let's have a look. To that, I'm gonna go to the 4-hour chart. 2018. No, I have to go to the daily. 2018. Yeah, this one right here. 2017. You're talking. Right? Yeah, this is the level that I'm talking about. This big high, this high right here. This is the level that I'm talking about, and this is the level that is capping the downside in Bitcoin. So if you look at this is the daily chart, right? If you look at what happened in July and June 2022, this is the level that is capping the downside in this market. So that's one of the reasons that I took profits here, because um, right, this is super thick. This is super thick, and no one knows if sellers are going to be strong enough to swipe all the buy orders are around the 18 or around the 19,000 level, right? But if they do, that level that you just pointed out is going to, I mean, if they do, that level is going to break, and the next level should be around the 13,900 or so, which uh, which is very cool because kind of looks like a calculated target for that flag breakout, right? So if we take the pole, um, hold on. If we take the pole of the flag, uh, right here, right? Well, it's a little lower, but you know what? No one knows. I mean, who knows if this level is going to break or not? So, I mean, I would never hold a trade just because I want that level to break, right? Or I think that it's going to break. No, I trade what I see. So we were looking at the S&P 500, right? On the 15-minute chart. So it looks quite good. Were we looking at the S&P 500 or the Dow, whatever? So this is the Dow, right? The S&P 500, the Dow, and the Nasdaq, they all opened with a gap down that just closed. So is this a flag? Is this a bearish flag? Should we try to trade the breakout of this flag? I don't know. It's way too early. And you know what? The reason that I'm not going to place normally what I would do, right? Normally what I would do is I would place a sell stop below the previous low with stop losses above the flag, right? Um, Calculated targets. Let's have a look. 161.8, all the flag around here. I mean, targets are really close. Actually, let's have a look at some levels in historic price action. This looks good, right where I had it. So this would be, in fact, the trade that I would take. Now, the reason that I'm not taking this trade is because we are not, I mean, we're not even in pre-market action, right? And the daily range is way too tight, right? Today's range is way too tight, and um, when volume jumps in, it gets volatile, and very possibly I'm going to get triggered in and stop out before the actual move. So for S&P 500, Dow, or Nasdaq trades, I'm going to wait for pre-market at least. But it's looking very good to the downside now. Let's have a look at the hourly on in these markets. Now, there's also a possibility of price running up towards the previous broken lows and that weekly pivot. This is the weekly pivot, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I think this is the weekly pivot. Price running up towards this level before the next leg down. So I'm going to wait to see what happens in this market before clicking the button. Gold. I mean, do we have news today? Yeah. No. No. Oh, there's bank holiday in the UK. I didn't realize that. That's why we're seeing zero volatilities. But that's a good thing, because it gives us the time to go through all of the markets that we trade very carefully, right? Looking for setups. So gold, I'm going to put on a red tag because this is the one that I really, really, really want to trade. I mean, should everything that I explained played out. This market's ready in this trade. The USD CAD, no. The Euro USD, no. Yeah, let's have a look at the F1, right? On all of the markets. Very, very fast follow through. Now, just have a look at the US dollar Japanese yen. So, this, I mean, this happened during my off time. I was asleep, of course, so I completely missed this massive, massive trade that just hit target. So the F1 strategy is pretty cool because it gives you the entry areas, the zones, etc., and it gives you the targets, and always looking for very good risk to reward ratios. This was not the aggressive entry who would have yield a 7 odd or so. Now, are any one of you guys interested in learning a semi-automated strategy that makes money? The F1 strategies for you, right? And I have some discount coupons, shite. All right, hold on. Just a second, guys. So I have a 30% discount for the F1 strategy for 3 traders only. And the code is this. I'm going to put it on the chat. If you are interested in the F1 strategy, that is the code. It gives you 30% discount. I am going to give also 30% discount coupons for our VIP groups, but by the end of the show, a little later. So if you are interested in the F1, um, that is the 30% discount coupon strategy. And to purchase it, just go here. It's a one payment only, one-time payment, and you get access to all of the F1 strategy, uh, all of the F1 strategy videos, lessons, the ones that are recorded now, and the ones that I will record, you know, uh, in the future, and lifetime access to the F1 strategy chat where we send, you know, F1 strategy setups every single day. It's pretty cool what we do. I mean, the idea is to grow a trader, develop, and turn everybody into money-making machines using this strategy, right? Took me a year to develop, and I'm quite proud of how it turned out. So yeah, if if you don't want to learn, semi-automated strategy and you just want to follow signals, that's good. This is not for everybody, but if you're looking to enhance your trading and to develop as a trader, you know, having a defined set of rules to follow on a proven profitable strategy is the way to go. So it's not for everybody. And if what you want is just follow signals and use our copy trader, that's fine. That's completely fine. But if you want to be at least a part-time trader, my advice is that you have a look at the F1 strategy. I mean, all of the free F1 strategy trades that I have sent from the past couple of weeks until today have yield profits. All right. So there is, why don't we do something? Why don't you start asking me whatever you want, given the fact that there's no trading going on in the UK or right now. We're not going to take a trade. Sorry about that, mates. But if this gold trade, plays out, I will send it to everybody. Would you say an absolute beginner would be able to use this strategy, or if learned relative quick? Yeah, sure. The idea behind that strategy, man, the idea behind this strategy is, what I wanted to do, what I wanted to create was an easy to follow strategy, right? There's a few things that you need to know, but that's what the chat that's what the F1 chat is for, right? Not only do we send not only do we send our setups and our trades, but right there is where you ask anything that you need F1 strategy wise, right? And I go through the questions and create small videos explaining, you know, um, what you need to know. But what I wanted to create was an easy to follow strategy, right? It is based on, um, it's not based on indicators per se, right? Because I don't use indicators, but let me show you. There is a couple of indicators on the screen. These lines, these orange lines and the green lines are basically just for entry, stop losses, and targets. My moving average is just so I can visualize how clean the trend is. Oscillator is because we trade based on divergence, because divergence gives you a flag on a possible move, right? And that's it. It's very simple. It's quite simple. I'm not gonna tell you the actual indicators that we use because that would be like showing you exactly how to trade it. But I started off, and I tweaked it for almost a year, changing the speed on the moving average. That oscillator. It's not the RSI. It's a much, much, much. It this oscillator basically does not. Uh, it's not used for strength in the market, but it's the best one for divergence trades. And this one is the one that took me the longest to tweak because the thing is that I knew what I wanted, right? I knew how I wanted the entries to be. But it took me so long because um, I had to test the parameters on the oscillator and the moving averages, right? Backtested them, look at the results. The results were not good, so I had to tweak them and or change them, and then do that thing all over again until the results were awesome. But yeah, anyone can learn this strategy, and you don't need to be in front of your computer every single day. It's pretty cool. Um, F1 strategy traders are quite happy, and it keeps on developing, right? Because keeps on developing in the sense that um, when I launched it, when I launched it, it had one type of entry. Now it has three. It has a pullback entry and a reversal entry. I'm sorry if you're part of the F1 strategy, but I promise that I will deliver those those videos between today and tomorrow. I mean, I couldn't record them earlier because the results or the backtesting was not there yet. But yeah, it's good. It's good now. So now we're going to trade three types of entry with this strategy. Sometimes there will be no trades, and this is the thing, right? If you're part of the F1 strategy group, and you go through the markets, right, every single day, you are going to find setups every day. But that's also a thing, right? You need to have a ton of discipline because you're not going to take every single setup that you see, right? You're only going to take the best setups with the highest risk to reward ratios. For example, this pound USD, this was the normal F1 strategy setup, right? You have the two lines here, and the target is the green line for a 6.4 R. I missed this one too today, right? Um, I missed it. I was during my off time. But yeah, sometimes you're going to get amazing trades like this. Some days you are not going to find a good enough setup, right? Even though this is a day trading strategy, it's not created for you to trade it every single day or to trade all of the setups that you see every day, right? But yeah, it's quite powerful. You have seen the results on the free trades that I sent you guys. So if you're interested, that's the discount code um, for that strategy, right? It's pretty cool. We're starting to have a good group. We have a few laughs. I, I mean, what's this? Hold on, I'm going to tell you. Exaggerated divergence. That was a funny one. I'm still laughing about that one. So yeah, if you're interested in that, if you're interested in that, just ask me a question here. You can ask me a question about anything, while we look at the markets, there's absolutely no volume right now. So why don't we have a chat? You know, why don't we have a chat while we look at some fucking markets? I haven't traded oil in a while, but I haven't. I haven't. It's just too choppy. Ooh, I have an alert here. Why is it? Right. I'm available for any questions, guys. 84 level is my buy level here in crude. It's not my buy level, but it looks good, right? So look at this key pivot level on the 3-day chart. Looks amazing, the 84 level, right? So basically what I'm looking at here, this is really cool also. I'm going to show you. What I am looking at here is this. Oh boy. Actually, I'm going to delete this. Hold on. Yeah, delete. Uh-oh. No, I'm not gonna delete it. So basically what I'm looking at here is just early buyers just getting hammered and getting killed and before the actual move to the upside in this market. But I don't know if oil is going to rally or not. We are very, very exaggerated. But technically speaking, this level looks good, right? Really, really good. So no questions, guys. If you don't have any questions, I'm going to turn off the stream. I'm sorry I didn't. I'm sorry I didn't look at my economic calendar first before scheduling the stream or the show. But I am going to give you those discount codes for the VIP group. Just a last look at. Um, yeah, there's nothing going on. You know what? And if I don't trade anymore today, I'm happy with the profits that I made on the Euro USD. I ended up making about 0.75 or 0.80%, which is good to start the week with. Right. So if you are not part, I'm sorry, I need coffee. If you are not part of the VIP group, I have 10 discount coupons mm, right here. This is hold on. Right. The discount coupon is only for the first 10 people or the first 10 traders that use it. Like the F1 strategy, it's only for the first 3 traders that. This is the code. I am VIP. If you want to look at the results here for VIP signals, this is the account that tracks all the VIP trades. We are up 8% this month. Um, yeah, and let me explain to you because we don't hide anything. I don't hide anything, right? Yeah, last month was a little bit, um, yeah, I mean, we ended up losing 7.9%, right? And this is the thing, right? Trading is just a never-ending study job, right? I mean, the strategies, let's call it strategies, the breakout strategies that we traded or that we normally trade were not working optimally in current market conditions, right? So that's why we had that little bit of a drawdown. But because we are professionals at what we do, um, I just went through the journal data and um, I plugged the leaks on my trading, and as you can see, this month has been phenomenal. Just from we are up 8%, uh, and there are VAPs that have made more money than us percentage-wise, right? Because they have held on some trades that we have not. For example, I did a live on Instagram, right? A quick market chatter before before I started my day, and yeah, someone told me that he held on that S&P 500 on Friday. That I did not. I put my stop loss to break even, and I got stopped out of break even. But this person held on to that trade and possibly made about 1,400 pips or so. So yeah, the signals are for you to trade with us. We send our trades so for you to be able to trade with us, but also if it makes sense to you to hold on to a position, you should definitely put on some thoughts about what you're doing with your trading account and just not follow everything blindly. Right? Also, if you are a VIP, you get a 60% discount for our copy trader, which is very cool. All right, so there's absolutely nothing going on. Nothing going on. Quick look at the S&P 500. Let's remove the drawings. And very possibly this is the zone that I will be looking for shorts right here. This looks good. This is the zone that I would be looking for shorts on the S&P 500. I mean, that is a big, big, big if, right? Like I told you before, guys, like I told you before, I'm not going to put on a sell stop because this is looking like a very, very flaggy day. No, I'm not gonna do that. I trade zones, I trade levels, and here there's absolutely nothing, but nothing. This is the middle of nowhere, right? Let's go to the higher time frames just to have a look at where we are standing, right? Now, there are these lows right here. Hmm. Possible move to those lows too, but I don't think that. I mean, this is not the zone that I. Let's have a look at the lower time frames on those lows. Hmm. Yeah, another zone of supply here. But you know what? Which one is the zone or the supply zone that we should be trading? Who knows, right? But what I do know is that I would not trade what seems to be a bearish flag after this big move to the upside without any pullback. Yes, I want to short this market just because also the reason that this market crashed is because the Federal Reserve said that they were going to keep interest rates high for a while and they were going to keep on hiking rates, for as long as they can. That is very bearish for U.S. equity for equities overall, and that's why I want to get in short in this market after missing this move, right? Let's again go to the 2-hour chart or so, and yeah, right now we are in the middle of nowhere, right? We haven't even hit that level to the downside, which would be the next key pivotal level. But you know what? Let's go back to the 50-minute chart, and yeah, and that's the other reason that I wouldn't trade this flaggy price action just because of that key level, right? The 4,000 level, not only a historical key pivotal level, but also psychologically strong. So, yeah, I mean, if price moves and breaks with a 4,000 level, well, more power to sellers because, okay, they did it. And I'm not going to be on that trade. But if we get that, I mean, if we get those eager to sell the market at the lows, rookies taken out, we might get that rally towards that 4078 to 41,000 level for some really good short opportunities. So I will keep an well right now. I mean, I don't think I am going to stay in front of my screens, given the fact that there's absolutely nothing going on. But I will come back for pre-market, right? And I will keep on monitoring this specifically, and of course gold. And I will send those trades if they play out to my VIP. So if you want to be part of that, I'm giving you a 30% discount with the code IAMVIP only for the next 10 people that use it. And again, if what you want is, develop yourself as a trader, learn um, a semi-automated strategy with a given set of rules that is proven to make money. If you're looking to, I mean, if what you want is, become a trader, right? Have a look at the F1 strategy, and the code love F1 gives you a 30% discount only for the next three people that use it. Um, we will be very possibly we will be live for the US Open. Uh, it's not scheduled, but very possibly we will because I mean because we didn't find anything right now. But yeah, thank you for joining me, guys. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes just to ask me whatever you want. Here's the performance of our signals. Like I said, we don't hide anything. Yeah, I mean, July was tough, but uh, we don't give up. You know, we do not have that word in our vocabulary, right? And also because I mean I've been doing this so long that drawdowns don't scare me. I don't get emotional trying to catch uh, my losses. I just know that doesn't that something is not working, so I go back to the drawing board. I just find the leaks and I plug them. Uh, I'm sorry. Will Bitcoin fall to 18K? Probably. I don't know. Hopefully. I mean, it's very close. It's around the 20K right now, but yeah, I mean, if it does, hello. What are your thoughts on the USD? Has it hit some resistance after its recent bump, or do you think it still got some more to go? Ooh, Peter, I am utterly bullish on the US dollar. Utterly bullish on the USD. Right. I know what you mean about some resistance level. This is the daily chart on the DXY. Let's go to a 3-day chart or so. Yeah, I mean, if you look at that rally from May 2021 lows, this is an amazing move, right? 22% appreciation in this currency. But let's have a look at a very high time frames, the weekly chart or so. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it has hit some exaggerated levels. But you know what? This is very fundamentally driven. This is a very fundamentally driven move. 2-week chart, right? Just have a look. I mean, 2-week chart. So, the key level on DXY, I mean, the level that you would call resistance right, was these highs, right, around the 103.70, let's call it 104, right? Now, technically speaking, let's have a look at the next key level in this market, right? Just to have some technicals in our eyes. So the next key pivotal level right here, 109.42. We have hit that level, my friend. We have hit that level. But you know what? Um, this is super strong. So, a couple of things. Thank you for pointing that out. In fact, I am going to, just tell you something about this market. This is the daily chart on DXY. This is the US dollar currency index for hour. So, this is for hour. So, a couple of things, right? Now, this is July highs. Price has broken with July highs. This doesn't mean anything. This doesn't mean absolutely anything. This can be just inducement, right? For eager to jump on a buy here, just to get taken out. But if we're looking at support and resistance levels, strong levels to the upside, this is right now the level that is capping the upside in the USD for our chart, right? Now, key levels to the downside, this one right here. I mean, just by looking at price action itself, that's why you don't need too many indicators, right? Just have a look at this week. This is an amazingly strong candle, forward candle. So this tells us that this is a level that bulls are prepared to jump in very strongly, right? Now this is the level between this key pivot level and these previous lows. And what I dig about this move to the upside too is this, that always look for this, right? Always look for this. If you notice, I'm sorry, if you notice here and here, right? Those are retail traders. Retail, I mean, not, I mean, they're not retail traders, but they are, um, let's call them retail traders, right? Just too soon buyers, right? And that liquidity needs to get swept by institutions before the true move, which is what happened, right? So, also, price has broken with the previous high, and we have two candles. This is for our chart, so it doesn't mean much. But price has broken with the previous high. So we have this break of the structure right now. This, my friends, let me just delete these circles and these arrows. Go to the hourly chart, right? So we have the break of the structure right here. Now, is price going to continue after the break of the structure? very possibly not. We are going to get a probable pullback towards the previous demand zone, which I'm not going to look for it right now. All right, let's go with to a previous demand zone, which could be, I mean, there's a couple, which could be this one right here, right? Could be this one right here, could be this one right here. But very possibly we're going to get a pullback towards one of these two zones before the break to the upside. Uh, Now that I've said this, would I be looking to go short on the US dollar? Fuck no. I am not. I am looking for the next buy zone on the USD because I trade basically with the trend, and this market is so strong that trading a pullback is just burning money in my head. Sir, please send signal on VIP Telegram in written form. I'm not able to attend live sessions. Thank. I don't know what you mean. What the fuck are you talking about? Hold on. This is how I send the signals on the VIP group. Like this, mate. This is written. I don't know what you're talking about. So, yeah, very possibly we're going to get a pullback on the USD before the next leg up. Towards what zone? I don't know, but these are the ones that I'm looking at or looking for. Having said that, this pullback in the US dollar might trigger some longs in gold. Yeah, but again, gold is in the middle of nowhere. Where is my gold chart? The one with my level here. Yeah, gold is in the middle of nowhere. Now, did I miss the trade? I don't know. I don't know. Did I miss the trade? I don't know. This happened to me last week. If you remember, I went short on the US dollar Canadian dollar. I had a sell limit and price missed my entry about by about 4 pips, so I deleted my sales limits and I just shorted the market. Um, is this happening to me again? But I'm pretty positive that this is the zone. So now I have pointed this. I mean, it hasn't hit yet. I mean, it hasn't hit my zone, so I'm not gonna take that trade, even though there's some buying volume jumping in this market. I'll keep you guys posted about this possible long in gold. It's looking very good, but it's very, very, very early, and I am not going to take a trade just because I don't want to miss the move. No, that's not how money is made long term in trading. Thank you, Peter. Yeah, I mean, thank you for the kind words. The thing is that I mean, we make this, we price the VIP groups the way we do because, I mean, I don't give my full knowledge, right? Well, yeah, maybe I do, maybe I don't, and because it's because we believe that everybody deserves a chance to at least try to make money trading the financial markets. Yeah, we do put out a phenomenal, in my opinion, a phenomenal service, a phenomenal product. Uh, I'm trying, and if you have been a VIP for a while, I know that you have felt um, how it has changed because what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to move forward and evolve to not only signals but also educational content, right? Uh, even if you know even if you don't buy into my F1 strategy, that it's really a true development, trader development group, or if you don't buy into my one-on-one private coaching sessions and just want the signals, I do want to put on some educational content there. I want to make you understand why I'm taking the trade that I'm taking. Sometimes I just don't have the time to record a short video and apologize for that, but most of the times I will. But I want you to understand why I'm taking the trade that I'm taking, because if it doesn't make sense to you, I want you to have the choice to not take it, right? So that's just some added value, right? Yeah, and again, I'm also developing a couple of other products. We are working very hard behind 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 our doors, behind our walls, in the factory. To develop tons, not tons, but a few other products. I'm thinking about possible live seminars, by the end of the year. That would be cool, you know. Um, yeah. So do not, do not uh, go away because, yeah. And if you have any questions, just email support. They will answer anything you want to know. Um, Sadly, you cannot get in touch with me unless you are in the F1 strategy group. All right. So, yeah, for you VAPs, I'm gonna keep my eye on these possible gold longs. And pre-market, I'm going to look at possible S&P 500 shorts. The reason that I look at the S&P 500 is because most of you trade a small account, right? So if I send a trade on the Dow, that contract is too heavy for you, right? So uh, even with the even with the smallest lot size, you're probably going to be risking way too much. So that's why I focus on the S&P 500 for U.S. equities for you guys, because this is a much smaller contract where you can have, you where you can have a big enough position size to close half with me or close 75% with me. Right. Again, thank you for joining me, even though we did nothing because there was nothing to do. Only, you know, you know what? I thought that we were going to have such an amazing show, trading gold, looking at big moves, giving away discount codes, and the only thing that I did was giving away discount codes. So, right. But yeah, that's on me because I didn't look at the economic calendar before scheduling the show. But that happens, that happens. So, if you're not part of the VAP and you don't want to be part of the VAP, just these are the levels that I'm looking at. Do your research. I mean, do your analysis, do your work. Uh, may this help you. Just also, if you're not a VAP and don't want to be a VAP, that's fine. I don't care. If you only want to be part of my free show, that's okay. That's okay, right? But don't, don't go into pre-market or at the open and just sell these levels should price rally towards them, just because I said that those are the levels that I am looking for sales, right? Don't do that. Don't do that. That's the best way to burn money because you don't know. This is an ever evolving game, right? You don't know if my strategy is going to change. You don't, you have no clue what I'm going to be looking at in the next couple of hours. So, if that is what you were thinking of doing, just don't, right? Just a small piece of advice. Right? Any more questions, or should I uh go to sleep a little bit? I'm gonna take a nap. It's 3:30 a.m. here. I'm gonna give you a few minutes, guys. I'm gonna give you a few minutes for you to ask me whatever you want to know. And after that, I will be turning this stream off. Uh-huh. All right. Also, this pullback on the USD looks good for deep buys, but I don't have a. I mean, I don't have like a true zone. It's just a little bit. Right? Questions? Any questions? I mean, yeah, 108 should. I mean, let's go to a very low time frames. 108. All right. 108. Yeah, around. I think that this is the zone. This should be around the weekly pivot. Around the 108.40 should be the zone. That uh should be the zone. Ah, my deep buy zone. But I don't. I mean, let's wait and see what happens. So no questions, guys. Thank you for joining me. Again, the discount codes are on the chat. Um, for the next 10 traders, I am VIP. It's a 30% discount for the VIP group, and Love F1 is a 30% discount for the F1 strategy. The information is in chat. If you are going to use the F1 strategy code, welcome to the welcome to the team, welcome to the team. And yeah, I know it's a big decision to make, but this is a game about making decisions, mate. If you can't make up your mind about what you want, then maybe, just maybe, this is not for you, right? Again, thank you for joining me, guys, and I'll keep you guys updated on what goes next, trading wise, if you are a VIP, right? Cheers.